friends, I'm back. I never got out of my seat. Here we go again. All right. So now that you know what a goal is, let's talk about different types of goals because that's kind of key to really moving into making it happen. All right. Goals are really in three types, right? There are three types, but I have four on my list, right? You get a bonus goal here, which let me start at the top of the list. It's you have your long-term goals, right? And long-term goals are long. I mean, they may be years and years and years long. You may have a 20-year goal. So, I wouldn't be unusual. People have 20-year goals, lots of them. And you have 1-year goals. But I kind of use 6 months as a figure for a long-term goal, though some people still include that in a medium-term goal, which will be next, of course. But, you decide. I don't want to get into ridiculous foolishness on that. But, 6 months a year, you call that a long-term goal. All right, but then you got medium-term goals. And a medium-term goal, and this is where you spend the bulk of your time, to tell you the truth. Those are things that are kind of like 1 to 6 month goals. Right? So things that are going to take that long to do. And then, of course, would follow your short-term goals. They'd be anywhere from a day to a month, something you're going to get done. And when we say a day to a month, it really kind of boils down to then you have your micro goals, right? So that's really part of the short-term goals, but that's your daily list, the micro goals. That's your bonus goals. It's not on anybody's list, but you get it from me, right? I used to say, this is the best free information you'll never pay for. But that you have a list, and for many people, my wife doesn't fall into this category, but most of the other people I know, there's a certain amount of joy scratching things off a list. My daughter and I, we're list makers and list scratcher offers, and if we do something that wasn't on the list, we'll write it on the list so we scratch it off. Get that feeling. But your to-do list is actually pretty valuable. If you call your to-do list a goal list, it's not good enough, though. You have to have these big goals and then medium-term goals and short-term goals. Okay. But they're not unrelated. Medium goals are part of long-term goals. And then under that, of course, are the short-term goals in it. So, let's say you have a business, right? Well, you have a business, and I'm not going to try to be too specific here, but you say, well, I want to triple my business, and I want to do that in 2 years. Okay, there's a long-term goal. Okay, you're going to make some kind of plan to do that, right? So you say, well, I need to do this, this, and this, and that'll get me there. I'll triple my business, whatever. You better define tripling your business too. Is that tripling your profit, tripling your gross? What is it? It probably means tripling your gross, but you got to be specific. And then once you have that plan, then pieces of that plan, you got to block those out. Now you will, and they'll become medium terms. Well, I got to do this piece, and I'll get that done. Here's I deal with lawyers and blah blah blah. So I'll have that aspect done in. It'll take me 4 months, and then I have this thing here. I have to get this new piece of equipment, and I'll have that by the end of October. And so you have these different pieces of the plan that have different amounts of time with them, right? They become goals in themselves, medium-term goals. And then there are short-term goals, I don't want to break it down. This is just foolishness at this point. But you will have short-term pieces on that. So, like this is going to happen this week and this week and this week. And then, by golly, at the end of that time, you have what it is. And all these things come together. and accomplish the big goal at the end of the story. So, you heard me mention the plan. The goal is not the plan is not the goal. All right, we're going to talk about the plan next. And that kind of brings it together. And after that, we'll get to your list of things that you want and start to turn these things into goals so that you actually get what you want. Okay? It'll be fun. It will be. It's good. I actually like this stuff, you know. All right. Talk to you in a minute. Hey, friends. I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then, would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right? Thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.